This is a cow. I'm back and I'm coloring Transformers Dark Designs. So first tool is the magic, not magic one. The this zoom in thing. You can push Alt to zoom out. Just click it to zoom in. You've got some tools you can, but all of these I'd rather just click to zoom in or Alt to zoom out. Now this panel is not going to be fun. You gotta keep the light source in mind. It's pretty much coming from this general direction. And similarly, these guys out here in the background, I'm not gonna put a lot of shadows on them to show that they're a little further. Got the magic wand tool. We click on these guys with the same general color. Dropper tool, which is either this right here or keep the brush, hold Alt, and click. I want to get a slightly darker shade of this color. Typically you want to go down and to the left. See how this looks. That's a little light still for me. Try it again. I think I can work with that. I'll change the saturation if I'm not crazy about it. Change the brush size. I'm pushing period and comma. So I'm just gonna go over the areas that I've got the hatching and the shadows. I had to do a bit of research to find out these guys' colors, because these, if you'd seen the 1986 Transformers movie, they're the guys that pull the lever to feed everyone to the Sharkticons. And they really, let me turn up this opacity a little bit. They don't have any dialogue, and they don't have a lot of screen time overall. Now, parts of this could become tedious, but you want to get really tedious, see about flatting. Now, I'm not saying I hate it, it's actually kind of relaxing, you find the right time. But if you have piles upon piles of stuff to flat, and yeah, it's not an everyday thing. Unless you're a flatter, of course. For some people, that is actually their job. In the competitive world of comics, it's pretty difficult. You've got to be really good to find a job as a colorist or a penciler. But as a flatter, where it's essentially everybody's finished product looks about the same. So it really doesn't matter if you hire flatter A, B, or C. As long as they're professional, they get the work to you at a good time, it doesn't really make a difference. So it's really hard to to stand out as a flatter. Oh, also, if you once the book gets published that you flatted, you won't be credited because you're just like an assistant colorist in the larger scale. I've got about a 10-minute running time on here. I'm going to, after this guy, I'm going to start working on other aspects. Because down the line, all these rest of these guys, it's going to be about the same process. Increase the size of this. Gradient tools are always an option, but I like the feel of the brush tool, unless we're dealing with less organic type, which I shouldn't say organic, this is Transformers. It's about as inorganic as it comes. I'm going to lower the opacity. This way I don't actually have to change the brush color that I'm using. It's going to appear different. It's going to have this effect that it's start adjusting the brush size before I clicked off. Let's see, 60. Well, I want 60. Now let's pick this one. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. It's the back of this guy's shoulder. And I want it to blend. But that'll take the opacity, I'll take it down a little further. I'm going to pick the light part and lighten it a little bit. Just to create a highlight back there. And just kind of even this out. Now generally with comics, especially if you're talking about pre-90s, a scene with this many people, the ones in the background, they would probably just color them the same color, like purple or some kind of off green, just something to where you can tell they're far off. Now, I want to keep the shadows limited on them, but I don't want to outright just do that. Again, I highlight here with the dropper tool, or hold Alt while I'm using the brush or pencil. Then I increase the darkness down and to the left. See how this one feels? Oh, opacity is way too low. Let's get to about the 70s. I can work with that. Get a little bit darker. It's not really clear that it's shadowed from a good distance. Control H hides these lines. Yeah, I think that's satisfying for the time being. Do some work on these robots. I'll try to make these ones off here look a little further off. I think his color is too bright. Naturally, I'm not going to put a lot of highlights, shadows on him. I'll let the penciling kind of shows he's off, but in the distance. Now you see here, I missed a spot. This is part of his leg, and I already selected. So what you want to do, get the magic wand, either click it or push W and hold the shift button. You're going to see a little plus appear. Now with this plus, you click in the spot or spots that you missed. Then you click the paint bucket tool, not the gradient tool, which I got to by right clicking, or push G and click on the spot that you missed. This also works if you want to unclick a spot or you get too much. Let's say I accidentally got this guy. You get back to the tool and hold Alt. You got a minus sign. So you unclick him, you unclick that, and you're back to where you were. Let me see if I can play with his hue saturation and kind of show that he's not really in the foreground so much. His colors are so dull. I think it's just gonna be clear from there. The ground's got a blue color. Oh, if you use hue saturation, it creates another layer, so you gotta go back to the flats. I'm gonna mark off any area of blue on the ground that I've selected. Yeah, all the blue spots. So I'm holding the magic wand and I'm holding shift. With this plus, you just click all these spots that are blue. Now if you want to do something